Back to the third episode of Among Laymen. Today we have another very special guest. We have Mr. Richard in the house.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so first we do like an introduction. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Okay. Hi everybody. I'm Richard Prayoga. I'm a dance cinematographer. I would like to call myself like that. And I also own a dance video production company called RP Productions, or people nowadays call it RPPRODS. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, and what got you into dance, or what made you like want to start dancing in the first place?
Well, I started the interest of dance back in secondary school, where I learned Malay dance for CCA.
Oh, wow, Malay dance.
Yes, traditional dance. But actually that was for CCA points.
Oh, okay.
But
we've all been there.
Yeah, then after that I got into Chingay and then somehow introduced myself to hip hop, and I was interested with street dance in general. And that's where I found out there's a dance club in Singapore Poly where I study, and I joined that. And ever since, my interest or hobby or passion, whatever you want to call it, it just exploded. So that's what I'm interested in.
Okay. And then moving on, like speaking on the topic of dance, what made you join the strictly dance zone?
Oh well, actually, I just wanted to expose myself with the culture more of like street dance, and in particularly is hip hop, because that's what drawn me into like very curious about it. But of course, other than that, I also wanted to just do something that I am very it's something that I've never tried before, because like before joining dance, I'm actually a gamer, and like I like to just play a lot of games, and I surf the internet a lot, and I don't really like bring myself out, perform on stage. So I just wanted something different. So that's why I joined the dance club.
What online games were you interested in last time?
You know this Ragnarok online?
Oh,
yeah, it's so
I don't know.
It's so old. Yeah, and a lot of all those when the internet just started
coming about, yeah. Okay. So you mentioned that you started RP Productions in 2014. How do you become like the go-to guy for filming like dance? Because I know that you have a lot of reach and recognition outside of just Singapore as well, right?
Yes.
So like, how do you become like the go-to guy?
I don't know. I mean, I can only assume like how it actually became like that. I guess it's because, well, first thing first, I started the company right after I graduate. But of course, prior to that, I actually already started taking videos as a hobby, and also like in pure interest ever since I joined the dance club, because I was a publicity head for the dance club. And as a publicity head, my job was to take videos of the whole club activities, like in their classes, whenever there's a concert performance, and also whenever my friends join a competition outside, I would like to support them. And at the same time, I help them take video of their rounds or like their items and stuff like that. And it become a routine every week. So it kind of like makes me like realize, hey, actually there's so many dance events in Singapore. But then I realized when I try to look it up online, there's no like information about it, like even like archive about it. They're like, hey, why there's no any footages about the dance, even though like there's so many good dancers out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I feel like it's a bit wasted, and I don't know, it somehow clicked with what I'm learning in school. Actually, I'm a business student.
Oh,
yeah.
At
So,
which school are you studying at?
Singapore Poly.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm in this course called Business Innovation and Design. It's actually not a design. A lot of people think it's a design course, but it's actually a business course. But we utilize design thinking methodology. Yeah, it's actually very different. That's what makes me interested. Yeah, even though I stay in Tampines, that's why I'm willing to go there.
Oh yeah, that's so far.
Yeah, because of that course. Yeah, because it's the only course in SP. Yeah. So through design thinking, I learned that there's this thing called, of course, empathy, and also like there's this hidden needs, or like something that people actually don't say, but actually they need it. And that's where I realized that, hey, actually people need videographer.
Yeah.
And like nobody want to like fill the shoes or the gap and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I just try lor. Like that's how I started off doing service to do videos.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Was there like a moment in time when like you like had that realization that, oh, I want to do this for like the rest of my life. I want to like make this my forever job.
Oh yeah. Right after I graduated, there was a turning point. It's like for me because like I'm a foreigner. So as a foreigner, I can continue to pursue my education in uni, or I can do something else, working with other people, which of course I actually don't really like. I realized after doing some internship, and I realized that I don't really like working under people.
So you like to work for yourself lah.
It's like it's not that the way I said it, I sound sort of selfish. It's like I rather pursue something that I truly believe in.
Yeah.
Yes, and then like so far the work that I gotten is not something that I truly in love with or like really passionate about. So that's why I decided I want to do something that I really want. So so back to that point where I was about to graduate. That's where your parents ask you, what do you want to do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The dreaded question lah.
Yes. So it's like, it's like existential crisis and stuff like that. It's common. So that's why I realized like, hey, actually, all these 3 years of me in poly, like I just been busy with dance and I'm like taking video. I got nothing else, you know. Like, and of course my business diploma can do something with work, but I don't want, definitely not gonna continue uni because like, firstly, it's super expensive for a foreigner. Yeah, because I pay like maybe 5 times than y'all, like when it comes to like, paying school fees. So and I don't want my parents to go through that. Yeah, if I want to go uni, I'll pay at my own expense. Yeah, so that's what I want. So and anyway, second is we can always go uni anytime of later part of our life, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that's why I decided I wanted to do this as a career. And although it wasn't very well received by my dad, but after some conviction and like prove that I can actually make money out of it, he's okay.
Has your dad seen some of your dance videos as well?
Yeah. His attitude like turned totally 180 degree because like ever since like of course at the first year I don't make money at all because I was still like
starting out,
exploring, you know, finding people to give me a job and stuff like that. But after he see that I actually produce, I can pay my own bills. Oh, that's a good start. And then I can even like pay like to buy upgrade equipment and stuff like that. So you realize that actually it's something. Yeah, there's something in here. So yeah.
That's great. That's great.
So can I add on a question?
Yes.
So at that point, right, at which part of like this venture do you realize, oh, I can actually like feed myself with the videos that I make?
Ooh. Good question. I can't really remember the exact point, but I think realizing that I was able to give myself like an upgrade as equipment wise and stuff like that. I think that's also, and even travel sometimes, because I also like to travel and see what is the other countries doing. So sometimes so that's when I realized that, hey, actually like I can make a living. I mean like this can be a lifestyle, and it's like of course it's not very the usual lifestyle, but I think with the kind of opportunities that I had that period, I think it was okay. It was actually something that visible, and yeah.
Was there like a country in particular that like showed you the opportunities that dance had for yourself?
Ooh. Actually, even in actually it's Singapore. Singapore is the country that actually show me that is visible, that is it can be done, like sustainably, and
Sustainably.
yeah, and because like after seeing like other countries like Malaysia, Philippines, Australia, Thailand, and Indonesia, my hometown, yes, there are actually a lot of dance events and stuff like that, and a lot of dancers, because they are actually have more people than Singapore.
Yeah.
But Singapore is very structural. I guess it's because like it's ingrained from the way that you know, school education, everything is very systematical. But if you think about it, only in Singapore that you actually have dance CCA. I realized this, you know, like dance CCA is a thing, and like there's a lot of opportunities from just dance CCAs. So it's like, hey, actually there's so many opportunities that can be done in Singapore. So actually you don't have to look so far, it's here.
Right.
That's very interesting actually. Coming from, I would never think that Singapore would be a place that like showed you opportunities for art, because I feel like, you know, although it's a growing scene, it's just, it's interesting. Okay, and you know, you've filmed in a lot of locations as well. If you encountered like a similar location, or like if you have to go back to the same place to film, how do you like see it in a different perspective so that your video like captures the essence of what you're performing?
Right. Oh yeah, actually this happens a lot. Like whenever people ask me to shoot, then can we shoot at MBS? MBS again.
Yeah, right.
Like 10 times already. Like okay, never mind. Yeah. So of course, as an artist, you like to don't want to repeat your work, you know. So it's always a challenge for me to like, how can I make it like not so, you know, like not so repetitive. Because I will hate that process also. So I guess it really comes down to how does this location fit the story, like, or like the concept, or like whatever that is they're trying to do, and then like I will figure out how can I be more creative in terms of angles, or in terms of like the directions of the shoot. Because after doing so many dance projects and stuff like that, not every dance project is the same. So it's like, you can say I want to make a dance video, but everybody's definition of dance video sometimes is very personal, sometimes it's very commercial, sometimes it's a lot of things. So like I want to know first, like, what is the angle of you doing dance video. So that's from there, then I tweak and fit.
Okay, interesting. Would you like to add on anything?
Okay, so like moving on from that, 2 years ago COVID hit. So COVID was a very hard time for a lot of artists in Singapore, especially. We were called non-essential. That happened. So so actually during COVID, RPPRODS did a lot. Actually, like you guys had the dance talk show, which like connected Singapore with a lot of international dancers, gaining insight from them. You also had the Cyber Cypher, which was hybrid, I believe. Shout out dance people. And then you also had the online dance battle. And then also you were helping a lot of dance studios with like their online classes. So how was that like? And how was like the outreach compared to usual RPPROD activities?
Right. Of course, COVID was so tough for everybody, and especially me, because like my entire prize bowl was based on events.
Right.
And when the COVID hits, there's no events. So it's like, how do I survive? That was the very big questions that I was trying to figure out. And of course, it took a lot of tries and a lot of trial and errors, and there's so many things that one more thing that I actually did is I did a collab with Legacy Dance Studio here to do a virtual class, because there was this period, circuit breaker, nobody can go out, right? There's only like a company that have the license and stuff like that. So we actually managed to do like a Zoom class workshop where people will tune in from Zoom and take class, and we do the setup here with the music and stuff like that. So it was really tough because I have to figure out like all the technical stuff. I wasn't really exposed to like live streaming stuff like that, and the software being used to mix sound and stuff like that. But I have to learn again, and the learning curve is not that easy. It was very steep, and at the same time it was also a moment that forces me to push on my filmmaking side as well. Because all this while, whenever I do a dance video, it's like, okay, let's just shoot, like go on the day itself and do the location. Okay, what do you want to shoot? Let's go. It wasn't like a proper way of like planning a shoot. So because it's always never been my focus, it was just events. So I kind of like restructured how I do my business because of that. And it was very, very interesting period. But honestly, it forces us to, or me in general, to be more creative, I guess, in like how can we utilize the things that we already know or like we already have and make it into like something new. Yeah, so that's what we were just trying to explore, and yeah, I think because of that I learned a lot of new skills. I'm actually grateful because of that. Yeah, but I don't want it to happen again. That's for sure.
So among the activities that you did during COVID, do you have like a favorite or something that you
actually
enjoyed more than
I realized
others?
that I enjoyed the talk show that I did, the virtual talk show, because like for some reason the people that we invited suddenly become super famous.
Oh yeah.
You know, like there's one episode we invited Lip J.
Yes.
She was in the Mnet Street Movement Fighter as well.
Yes.
And then like the second one is also another K-pop dancer from 5000 from like he also now in the current season of Street Man Fighter. Yeah. So like I don't know, like, and then like the way that we can able to get to know more personal stories from them, it's something that a bit missing in the dance scene, and I realized that I need to do more of that, I guess, getting to know people in the scenes, because like we probably know each other, but how well do we know each other? And because at the end of the day is we call it community, right? So it's like I think it's important. So
Right.
I want to do that.
Okay. Cool, man.
Yeah.
That's so cool, actually.
Yeah, I mean, like everybody has their own version of the story. I mean, it's such a small community also. It's nice to see like the similarities that everybody has, like what they go through, you know, to be where they are. Yeah.
So, like, coming out of COVID, right? I heard Legacy actually offered you a space in their office, and then also you guys started Let's Roll SG together. So, how was that like?
Right. So actually we got a space at like August 2019, and now it's already 3 years, right? Yes, 3 years. So only a few months after that COVID hits, so that was very tough. But of course, from the very start, me and Legacy already had the idea, or like we already have some kind of like collaboration going on. Like, okay, we have classes, then we need some help with the videoing or like for the open houses. And whenever we have a dance video project, whenever Legacy have like a client ask them to do dance video, then I'll be the go-to guy to help them video for them. So that's the kind of like collaboration that we were doing. And of course, because of COVID also, it forces us to work even closer, because we have to figure out how to mix like the business of running a dance studio to make it virtual also. That forces us to work together as well. We did a virtual show, it's called it Spill the Tea. Yeah, it's a 3 episode of like a dance series, like 20 minutes long. It's because technically you're supposed to do like a dance recital, but we couldn't have it, so let's make it into like short episodes lah. So that's how they do it, like combining drama and dance, something like that. So it was also a very big steep of curves that we have to learn, but because of that we worked really, really close together, and we actually officially make a new company together last year. And we are hoping to do something as an agency, because like the thing is, whenever we get a job, whenever the dancer get a job, usually the brief is given by client or like agency that don't really understand dance. So the kind of dance that they request is like very too simple, or like it's only scratching surface, like the Shopee one, that kind of.
Oh my god.
So like we want to show that there's more to that, you know, like you can incorporate dance in many more ways that it can actually help your brands or stuff like that, you know, branding, fashion and stuff like that, equipment you can do. I mean, because like it's being done in US or like Korea, in Japan, you see all these ads, you know, smartwatch, then they just dance, this kind of thing. So it's like, why can't we do something cool like that? Like, so we wanted to push more on that, and that's why we created this thing called Let's Roll.
That's cool. So would you consider that like a milestone of your life?
Actually, working together with someone else that I don't really know from the prior to this, I don't know them at all actually. Like I have barely worked with them. Like it's not like, because I'm from SP, right, Singapore Poly, and they're from all these people are from NRA, Ngee Ann Poly. So I'm a stranger to them. I'm the outsider. I'm the outsider, and the fact that actually we got close, and then like we even build a company and work a lot of things together. I think it's a milestone, definitely. Yeah.
Would you say that these are the people that you're closest to now?
Yeah, because I see them almost every day. Yeah.
So, talking about another milestone of your life, right? Lion City Dance Film Festival, that was, I think, one of the biggest dance events this year.
Oh,
I think personally lah. So, how's the ideation process of LCDFF like? Was it like a spontaneous idea that someone started talking about and then it just sprouted from there, or like how did it happen? Break it down for us.
It's been long in the making, because like I think there was someone who planted a seed, maybe Sam or whatsoever, one of my partner for the company. He always wanted us RPP to make our own event, but I feel that it doesn't make sense for me, a production company or like a videographer, to host a battle event or like a choreography competition showcase event, because I feel it doesn't feel right. And like at that point also I have imposter syndrome. I'm like, who the fuck am I? You know, this kind of thing. Like, why would I organize event, this kind of thing at this scale also? Like I feel the one. Although I must say, in Taiwan there's this thing called OBS, not the software.
OBS?
Ocean Battleground, I forget something. But it's a very famous dance battle in Taiwan, and it's actually organized by this video crew called TeamSKIP TV. So it's actually very big, yeah. So I think it's inspired of that, but I don't want to copy. Yeah, not because, yeah, I just feel it doesn't feel right. So I guess everything just comes together because like COVID hits, and then like I realized there's a lot of trends of like people posting stuff online, no choice ma. And then like there was a period of time also I joined a dance film competition organized by Project Home, based in San Diego, California. Yeah, because the organizer is one of my inspirations or like idols. Like his name is Christopher Martin, and he's a very good choreographer from ChoreoCookies. Go and search it up. It's good stuff.
Put it up on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, he choreographed for a lot of big K-pop groups as well. Yeah, but he actually created this thing called Project Home, and they created this event called HOMESCREEN, and that's where I was really exposed into like dance film, like, and I was really impressed. I was really impressed by all the submissions, and I was really inspired. Like, hey, actually, this makes sense, because like to me, running a dance film festival is much more makes sense for me as a branding as well. It fits, yeah. And other than that, of course, other aspect is you see all these battles, competitions, showcase. It's all very competitive in a way, like, oh, we need to win, but I rather want to have like event that is celebrating like the dance is in general. So like, and I also want to have like event that is not too casual. Like I want to have a formal event, because that is something that is lacking in like the scene, and I want it to show that even like street dancers have some kind of class. Yeah, so you know, like we can dress up, you know, look good and stuff like that. So I want to give something different in the scene. So that's how everything just comes together, and that's how I decided to create Lion City Dance Film Festival.
So can you break it down what the concept is of? Because after getting all those ideas, so how do you put it together into like a concept and then actually making the event?
Right. Of course, a concept itself is just a concept, and without like the right people to help you with running all the logistics and like actually this is my very first event. Like, of course, I already exposed myself with attending so many different dance events, recitals, concerts, or like all those stuff. But the way I run this is so different from other events. So actually, there's no really a reference for me to follow other than like all those overseas or like SGIFF, like the Singapore International Film Festival. So that's the kind of like reference point that I have, and I just have to figure out like how do they get this, how do they get that, how did they get this, then have to break it down from there. So that's how I created like the different steps that I need, and from there, of course, I need a bunch of people to help me out, because I realized that running an event, you definitely need a team, and like you need people to help you out. Is you need help, and I was very, very grateful that actually whenever I talk this idea to people, they're actually more than happy to help me. So I was very overwhelmed by the amount of like help that I got, and I was very grateful because of that. Yeah. So answering questions, I guess the process is really of like, to me, I must have a end point first. I must set myself a ending goal. Then after that, I work backwards. Then I just connect the dots.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure there must have been a lot of pressure also to like set up something that is like one of its kind, right?
Yes.
Right. There's a lot. I mean, like, since you have no reference to do it, like there's a lot of things to take into consideration also. So props to that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pressure wise, I think it's just from me. Like, I am I'm a heavy overthinker. So it's like I will always try to think what is the different things that I missed out and stuff like that. So actually the pressure has come within me. But of course, when people are very excited, and after I see all the submissions, of course, like, hey, I see all these people put so much effort for my event, then that actually got me even more pumped up to actually produce a better event. Yeah, so it's always like two ways, I guess. Yeah.
That, I think it was like super cool. The like when you initially announced the film festival, then everybody was like sharing it. I think kind of in a sense went viral in the dance scene. Then also, how did you feel getting Jonathan and Tara from like VIBRVNCY to be able to share a workshop and even judge for the actual festival itself?
Yeah, that was, I think it's really like a dream in the making, like, because like to give more context, this John is he's my idol also. Wow, so many idols. He's the head videographer for this crew called Kinjas. It's a very famous dance crew, and also he also owns this company called VIBRVNCY. Yeah, so VIBRVNCY has been around for very, very long, and when I first started dancing, the video that I watched is come from VIBRVNCY. So I feel like it's like a one circle moment, like coming close, like to be able to work with this person that got me started into like dance, and like it was very amazing, because like initially I wanted to have him just judge from the US and maybe just do a Zoom call, and project his face on the projector. But after speaking to a good friend of mine, Apple, and he told me, you know what, Richard, let's fly John in. John here. I'm like, what? Like, huh? You want to fly John from US to Singapore? Yeah, why? I mean, like, why not? And he was like, it's more powerful to have John to like shake the hand of the winner in Singapore, like having him and get him to just see the people lah. So it's like, yeah, you're right. When who's gonna pay for it? Like, then my friend Apple like, I'll cover it. Like, wow, steady lah.
Wow.
So it's like, okay, that gives me even more pressure. Like, I need to make this event more solid also. Yeah, but you see, this kind of like sudden support that I will never even imagine actually just happened, and I feel like the stars just aligned for me. So it was crazy, like, to have them. They were actually teaching workshop here. Like, we do a short photo walk with like some participants. I got like 3 models, like dancers, to do poses, and then like the rest just watching, observing how John and T to direct the talents and then taking the photos, angles and stuff like that. And we were doing one route from here to MBS and go back. Yeah, so it was actually very cool.
So as the main organizer, right, how do you feel seeing all the submissions and seeing the actual event come to life in person?
Yeah, I was very overwhelmed. I think that's the only word I can only say, because like, you know, I wanted to have like top 10 for the final event, and I was just hoping like if I can get 11, I'm more than happy already. You know, like at least I can have more than 10. You know, I don't have to like, oh, I only have 8 submissions, so like, I have to rename it into top 8 and this kind of thing. So I got like 26 submissions. So that was very, very surprising, and I didn't know like there's so many people willing to invest their time and energy to do this thing. But I guess they're also very motivated with the challenge that I gave. To give more context is, I give limitations to all the participants, which is everybody have to do a dance video with one team, which is Love for this year, and then like it has to be within 5 minutes and you have to use copyright free music. Yeah, so it's 3. So I thought like these 3 things will actually make them don't want to join, but actually they find it as challenge and they're actually more willing to try it. So I feel like, okay, that's cool, means it works. Yeah. Sorry, what's the question again?
How do you feel like seeing all the submissions and seeing the event come to life in person?
Right. So everybody interpretation of Team Love was so different, and if you see the top 10 was like, some people do self-love, some people do like relationship love, some people do let me think, past love, mother's love, and then like also love to Earth. That's the winner actually.
Ooh.
Man-made. Yeah, our love to Earth. Yeah, that's the winner. Check it out. So everybody brings something different to the table, and it's like eating different dishes from different cultures, and it's like, wow, okay, a lot of different taste and you know, excitement. So that's what I felt. Yeah, and then seeing how the event from just a concept, progress planning, and then into an actual day. Actually, I couldn't really absorb on the actual day itself because I was just busy running, making sure everything is okay, and like everybody's having a good time, and then like we don't overrun and stuff like that. Yeah, getting the chair, and like clearing the space on time. So there's a lot going through my mind, but of course, having actual people watching a video, it's just 100 people, but it's in the same space, rather than like on Instagram you have 1,000 views. I rather have that 100 people on site, you know, like it's so much fulfilling, I feel. Yeah, and whenever people finish their video and everybody clap, you know, like cheer, that's the kind of vibe that I want. Like everybody just celebrate the different dance that we are doing. Yeah, so yeah, it was very heartwarming. Yeah.
So in the future, right, I think you have some other people asking this also, but do you think there'll be like an international category and a local category?
Ooh, we actually think about it, even for the first round, we already have people from overseas ask me, can I join? But I politely say no, because I want to make the foundation strong first, locally, and making sure that we know what we are doing before we actually allow international people to join. So at the moment, I think not so sure yet. I don't know, I can't say anything. So of course there's always pro and cons of things, you know, like let's say if we have other people joining, then they will have, okay, this is just another, is it cons? Yeah, they have unfair advantage of like locations, you know, like in Indonesia they have so many landscapes that you can shoot, like in a mountain, in a beach, and a beautiful beach. We only have Sentosa, we don't have a mountain here.
Yeah, that's true. Mountain Bukit Timah.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, we will be in this unfair advantage, I guess, if we open it to international submissions. So the best way to allow international submissions, what we think is, yes, you can join, but you have to fly to Singapore and do it something here. That's the only way that we can think of.
At least it keeps it consistent also, you know.
Yes,
like
correct.
the judging criteria.
Correct. So like, and I feel that's the best way, because like it kind of like promote people to come here, and at the same time, okay, you cannot fly your crew, then you have to work with local crew. You have to work with local videographers, local dancers, work with them, this kind of thing. Yeah.
Shout out Singapore Tourism Board if you're watching this. Maybe you can contact Richard. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, that's one of my friend dream, Apple, to get SDV to actually work together with us, and like imagine one day like in the Changi Airport departure hall, they see the banner like, oh, welcome, this is people say F1, this kind of thing, this is the Lion City Dance Festival period, this kind of thing. Yeah, so that's the vision.
Okay, manifestation. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much for explaining about everything, and unfortunately we're coming to an end soon, but before that we have our lightning round. Are you ready?
Okay.
You want me to explain? Explain the rules first. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question, simple question, and answer it as fast as possible with anything that comes like to the top of your mind.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to count down?
It's okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go to dance song.
Justin Bieber. Wait, I don't dance, but okay. There's this song. Wait, I forgot the name. Can I check?
Yeah, of course.
Elevator music.
5 minutes later.
What is it? I forgot.
Is it his latest album?
It's the latest album, the Justice album. You guys a believer? I'm a believer. Okay.
I'm not believer, but I listened to his album though. But now I forgot everything already.
Oh, Love by You. That's a good song. Yeah.
Can you sing a short chorus?
2 seconds. Don't pressure him. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Go to dance move.
Go to dance move.
Yeah.
Harlem Shake.
Harlem Shake.
Yeah.
Would you like to demonstrate?
Yeah.
Yo. Okay, next question. Favorite or most memorable dance video that you produced?
Oh, Ryan Lim. One with Ryan Lim, the one that we actually shoot at Pasir Panjang Power Station, recent one, Bororap. Yeah, that's very memorable because like we planned that for very, very long and actually manifest it and actually do it. So that's very memorable.
Manifestation works.
Yeah.
Okay, put it up on the screen. I'll link it down below. And last most memorable filming location.
Coney Island.
Coney Island.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I heard it was very nice there.
Yeah.
My parents always go for a walk there.
It is nice. It's memorable because like I did this dance video. It was one take, 30 minutes long, and in the middle of the 30 minutes, right, it started to heavy pour, like rain, and it's one take. I cannot cut.
Yeah.
So I have no choice. I have to continue.
A dance in the rain.
And I have to film in the rain.
No, all the equipment.
What then your equipment how?
Umbrella.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like it was crazy, but it turned out very cinematic, I guess. Like you see suddenly the sky, and just nice the song gets darker.
Oh,
it's like
wow, vibes, man. Yeah.
It's like it fits the song. Yeah.
Okay, then I think that's about it.
Yeah. So thank you again, Richard, for coming on the podcast. We'll link all of Richard's stuff below and everything that he's mentioned. Our Instagram is also in the description. If you guys have anything to say to Richard, please put it in the comments. And also, if you have anybody you want to see on the show, please comment down below as well. Once again, thank you, Richard, so much.
Thanks for having me.
So much.
Thank you. Bye.